And I'm live. Hey, everybody. My name is Tamara, and this is my channel where I talk about books and writing. And I am a cozy mystery author. And I am doing a surprise write-in because I don't know. I need to do editing, and as it says down below here, I hate it. And I feel like if I was left to my own devices, that I would be trying to run away from it. So instead of doing that, I'm forcing myself to sit in front of this chair with you guys. So, how are you doing today? Tell me all about it. Today is my math magician's birthday, my math guy's birthday. So we are going to be going out to dinner later today, and that should be a good time. And so I want to get my writing done while he's on campus doing his math stuffs so that I can just hang out and like not be, not be wrapped up in my writing world and actually give him the attention he deserves. Because a lot of times I'm like, okay, I'm here, we're doing the thing. And then I kind of go off into my own head. And that's not fair, especially on someone's birthday. It's not fair at all. That sucks. So try not to be a douche. Try not to be a douche for 2020. Can that be my tagline? All right, I forgot to add a description to here. Let me do it real quick. Yeah, I don't often do surprise write-ins, but sometimes I do because they're just fun. They're just fun to do. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream. Right now it is 12:30 here. So I might only stream for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe even 2 if we really get into the groove. And I think that I'm going to use the old Rocket timer because the one that I made, it made me sleepy. So that's no good. I don't want sleepy. I want up to date and like something that gets me motivated. And that made me tired. So that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. That's all right. So if there's any information that you would want from me, like my social media stuff or anything like that, it should be in the description down there. Oh, hey, let's see who else here. Hi, Key. You're not fond of editing either. Music helps. Yeah, music does help me sometimes. Catalea, did I do that right? You're currently writing and saw your lad had joined. Fantastic. Hi, Tanita. Hello. Hey, Marquis. Hi, Sia. Hey, Aaron, you're editing videos, so you'll be in and out. Excellent. What time we have here? All right. It's 12:35. Let's just go in and jump into a sprint, shall we? Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to get some writing done. And, I don't really want to. Plus, do I have a lot to say today? I don't know. Maybe after I drink some more of this coffee. This sadly leftover coffee. This was like from yesterday's pot of coffee, the leftovers, because we are out and I wanted to do this stream and then I'm going to go and run more errands. Oh, adulting sucks. Sucks so bad. All right. Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay. Let's go. Hi, Dana.
Hello, how are you?
I am Saturday. How are you doing?
I am here. I have my Arby's, and yeah, so I'm good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we just had our first sprint, and a wild Dana has appeared.
Wild.
And how'd you guys do? What'd y'all do? Let us know in the comments below.
Seeing myself while we're streaming, and then looking down and seeing myself on the YouTubes doing exactly what I did like a minute ago is so weird. It's like, wow.
Dude, so trippy, man.
It's a good thing I'm not like on any drugs or anything. That would really probably freak me out.
Probably. Erin says your background is so cute and she loves a dragon.
Thank you. My sister and I actually painted this room for my son Elijah. I want to say like 6 years ago. And this is actually like a dragon he drew, and then I made a projector and projected it onto the wall, and painted it for him.
So cute.
Yeah.
So you have been all over the place today.
Yeah. I helped. Heather needed some help with her timer and trying to type it out with the delay and everything. So I got on and said, "Hey, you're part of the tribe. Let me help you."
Let's see, what's everyone been doing? So Chinita outlined chapter 10 of your novel. So far is going good. Excellent. Sky edited some words. Fabulous. Key 483, although some of that was from the time between the end of Heather's stream and the beginning of mine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alice, have I met you before? If not, hello. And if I have, then welcome back. You got 180. Rad Girl got some food. Awesome. Eva didn't make it back before Heather's stream ended, but she's here now. She's cracking knuckles. She's getting ready. Awesome. I am so glad that you guys are here. That makes this way more fun when I'm not just talking out into the universe by myself, though I have certainly done that before.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, I think that's just like part of the thing, you know. Sometimes you just, there's no people there, but you still want to do the thing, so you do it.
Yeah. It's when you wake the people around you in the middle of the night while you're having these conversations, and they're like, "You talking to me?"
No, I'm actually not. Like, it's so funny. Like, so a lot of times I'll watch these streams, like everybody's streaming on our television.
Mm-hmm.
So my math guy knows like everybody. He knows everybody. Like he knows your dogs.
Oh yeah.
He knows Sarah's cat. Like, oh my god, it's so funny.
He's all, there's that angry looking dog, and
the puppies.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, they are.
Is it puppy time?
They have. I got one down by my feet. They have opened their eyes, and now they are learning to drag themselves around by their front legs.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
Oh yeah, and we got one today with howling. You're looking the wrong way, honey.
Oh, is it too bright? Is it too bright for your little eyes?
I know. She's like, I'm milk drunk at the moment.
I want to just take naps.
I know. Are you gonna woo? Woo. Let's see. They were vocal during Heather's stream. I know. She's like, no, Mom, I'm
done here. Let me nappings.
We're gonna have like the most famous puppies on the planet.
Oh my gosh, you are so cute.
Oh, I know. And Talish, she's sitting here like, Mom, that's mine. I know. It's yours. Let me put her down. I know. Here you go.
They're Malamutes, Rad Girl.
That was.
Oh my god.
That was our little boy. This is our little female. She's the little vocal one. See, her eyes are open.
Her eyes are big and bright.
Oh yeah, she's the vocal one. She's the one that does all the howling, huh? Like a little pig. Can you hear that?
She's a little snort.
Oh yeah.
She's so precious.
I know. We're gonna have to call you Oink. Is that your name, Oink?
Why are you so cute? Stop.
I know. Give her another couple of weeks, and she'll look just like a little Ewok baby.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart. Huh.
My math guy was like, "Can we have one?" And I was like, "Yeah." We can't. It's too far away.
I know. I was going to say, when you come back to the mainland, it'll be so much easier because they have to be quarantined.
Mm.
So when we ship international, the USDA has to get involved. And even though Hawaii is part of the United States, the USDA has to get involved and they have to be quarantined. And it's just, it's a big mess.
Yeah, that's why we haven't had a pet, because we knew that eventually we were going to be leaving here and it was just going to be a hassle and an extra expense.
Yeah.
It's always going to be enough of a hassle to like, oh God, move. I don't think about that.
Because I know, I'm like, because what most people don't understand is that when you move from an island back to mainland, you have to like put everything on a boat.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So everyone's in love.
Yep.
Essentially.
It is hard not to love a Malamute. It is really hard not to love them.
So cute.
Tall is like sitting here and looking at me like, I'm the star. They just happen to be a byproduct.
I was like, listen, if we would get one of those, we're going to have to learn how to be good parents to them.
Oh yeah. And I love all the Malamutes, all the Malamute channels and everything. And one of the things that I really wish that they would emphasize is that you have to be stern. Like from the beginning, they have to know you are the boss. Otherwise they own you. And then they go on. So
Sky says she wants a Malamute pup so bad, and she totally named it Sky. Ewok.
Ewok. Yeah. They
She
are.
loves the puppies. You got hungry. You now have food cooking. You missed the cute puppies. They're very cute. They will probably make another
appearance.
Thank you. I'm like another word.
Oh
very
yeah,
good. Very
They're
good.
like becoming our mascot.
They really are. Cheese in a fruit cup. Hey, that's something.
Yeah.
You've been to Hawaii 7 times. As much as I loved it, I learned that getting anything mailed or shipped back to the mainland is such a hassle. Amen.
Yeah.
It's beautiful here, and there are so many good things about being here. But, you know, everything has drawbacks, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what when I got to visit, that was one of the things. I was there for about a week, and at the beginning of the week, it was a potential duty station, and so I wanted to go. I wanted to see what it was about, because a duty station is anywhere between 2 and 4 years. And so by the end of the week, I was like, I don't think I could do this for 2 to 4 years, just because once you've seen all the scenes, it's like, well, I can't just get in the car and go to my mom's house.
Nope.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's definitely a change. And there's like a real thing where some people can't handle living on an island like this because it is so isolated, and they have to bounce. So, I mean, I think that I definitely go through phases, and there's times where I'm like, I want to just leave this island, and then other times I'm like, island's great.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
Oh yeah. Oh, and FYI, just so you know, if you love Kona coffee as much as I do, start shipping it now, okay? Because once you get back to the mainland, they sell Kona coffee. I think I've sent you a couple of pictures, but in the fine print, it's like less than 1% Kona coffee.
That's like garbage.
What's the matter? She's like, you didn't put me on the camera, Mom.
Talia's like, are you guys going to do some writing? Or are you just going to talk about us? And I'm like, I mean, 50-50, Talia. 50-50.
I know. She's like, Mom, get the books done so you can buy me more treats. I do.
She's so sassy.
She's like, write the books. I need more turkey treats. They have these salmon treats on Amazon, and they're like dehydrated salmon, the parts that most people don't want to, and they sell them as dog treats. And one of the Malamute channels that Tala and I watched together, Sherpa, he was using it, or he was eating them, and I was like, oh, Tala needs some salmon treats. So now she's going to be like, come on, Mom, I want that salmon. Huh, Tala, you want some salmon? Yeah. Yeah. She's like, she lifts her head up. She's right here next to me. You want some salmon? Yeah.
She's like,
I know. She's like, you suck, Mom.
She's like, quit teasing me, woman.
Yep. What, you want to say hi again? Say hi. Show him how sassy you are, sass mouth. You want some salmon? Yeah? Are you sure? Really? Should I write? Should I write or should I play? Right? Right? Yeah? Or play? What do you think? She just hit the chair. Stupid turkey.
She's like, I'm done with you, woman. Ooh.
Here, I'll give her. What do I have that's close by? I'll give her a potato cake.
A potato cake?
Yeah. Yeah, Arby's has these potato cakes instead of French fries. They have curly fries and they have potato cakes. They don't have like regular French fries. So I'm like, here, you can have a little potato. But on that note, we should probably start writing so we can sell more books so that Tala can get her salmon treats.
Because really, that's what all this is about. It's about Tala.
Everything's about Tala.
All right, everybody, let's get it together. Let's write some words.
That's right.
She's such a sass mouth.
I do love your fireworks.
Thanks.
They make me happy.
I tried something different, and I made a different timer. I
Mhm.
don't think it worked out.
No?
No, because I was depressed when I made it. So
Mhm.
it was very freaking sad, and it was like all gray, sad music, like fog blowing. And when I used it, what was that, last week? It
Mhm.
made me so sleepy. It made me very tired. So,
Did you use it on your stream?
mhm.
Oh, was that the one? I think I know the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice though. I think if we were in like a little bit of a different mind frame, it would be good. Like if we were writing like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those scenes. That's like the perfect kind of background music. Like a Sophie's Choice kind of scene or something. No.
Yeah, it didn't quite feel motivational.
Right. But you said that it was a reflection of the state of mind you were in,
Yeah.
which is it's as much as it's like, oh, that's kind of sad, it's actually kind of cool because, you know, you can kind of reflect and see how your frame of mind really does affect your work. So
Yeah. I'm gonna create something else. I'm in a better state of mind, and I have like a happier idea. So
yeah.
I need to create that before this thing stays. Try it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I as much as I was like kind of working on, I avoided my own works for the last couple of weeks, and I was working on other projects just because I didn't want me to ooze into my stories that are supposed to be like upbeat and you know. Oh, so yeah, so it's interesting. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. I did like it, but I'm looking forward to like your more happy, you know, upbeat beach video.
Yeah, everything right now is kind of crappy. So why should I make it worse with depressing people?
Hey, if I have to be heartbroken, I'm bringing everyone with me. Damn
Yeah,
it!
I'm bringing you all down.
That's right.
Come inside this sinking ship. All aboard.
That's right. That's right. We will. Hey, if we're all sinking anyway, we might as well do it together, and maybe we'll float. Okay.
We all float down here.
That's right.
All right, let's see
Oh.
what else. Oh, by the way, I'm working on the last chapter of the newsletter novella story, and I'm going to send it to my alpha reader for this. And I'm having issues with it. I'm going to do a whole video about this. I think it'll be a good topic. Just like sharing something that went wrong for me,
Mhm.
because I felt like I was an absolute failure. This is going directly into my lungs. I'm burning incense because there's some stinky smell coming in from outside, but it's like I gotta have the fan on or else I can't breathe in one way. So it's like
Right.
burnt incense because I'm a hippie on the inside. But so I was feeling an absolute failure, and Alina like shared with me some stuff that she had done that like where she like thought that she was fine, and then she realized that she needed to change things.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how a lot of times we as writers and as authors, we don't really share like the behind the scenes of, hey, I thought I was doing a thing right. I was absolutely wrong and I had to fix it. So it's like we internalize that even though we know there's going to be problems and stuff like that, but sometimes the problems can be bigger than what you expect.
Right.
And it's not a failure. It's just a
Right.
thing that has to be recognized and fixed, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I guess I did.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good thing to talk about, because I think that as creatives, we share all of the good things and we put on our shiny and we talk about how wonderful this is, and like you said, we internalize like the not so great things. So openly discussing the not so shiny aspects of this process is always, it's always, for me, it just makes me feel like, okay, you know what, I'm not alone. I make epic fuck ups. There's no better way to describe them. And so it's nice knowing that my friends also make these epic mistakes, and it's just part of the process, and we just have to go and yeah.
Oh, all right, let's see who else here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Hey, Aphrodite, glad to see you. Key got 421 on a roll. Excellent. Sarah says, don't forget to hit that like button, and it's lonely down here. Alice comes in at 202 words, a little better than last time. That's wonderful. Let's see. Whoa, something just moved. Stop moving. Binary finished the scene they were writing. The switch to reading. 30 pages. Woo! I might finish the book today, which would be good for the readathon I'm doing. What readathon are you doing? Erin's going to pick up some food. I'm jealous. Drive safe. Have a great meal. And thanks for stopping by. You start outlining. You sent me a message. Okay, I'll check that in a little bit. Key visions of ant and rats crossing rivers. Yeah, I don't really like ants. There's like ants that, because it's, never really cold, ants are a thing that happen all the time. And I have like little ant traps around so that I can kill them because they are gross.
I understand that.
Yuck.
We get like maybe a week or two of ant relief, but because we don't freeze, they don't really hibernate. So,
right?
Yeah. So it's just a constant.
I think that's why bugs get so big here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they never go away.
Yep.
They're always thriving.
Oh yeah.
Pageathon. I haven't heard of that one. Pageathon.
Who's hosting?
Every day something new. Yeah, who's hosting that? Who is hosting that? How does that work? All right, how about we do another sprint in like a minute?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
I am just trying to get some stuff done today, y'all. Like I was telling them earlier before you joined me, today is my math guy's birthday.
Right on.
So,
happy birthday, math guy.
So we're gonna go out to eat and stuff, and then afterwards, I just want to hang out with him and like actually give him my full attention. Right. So I'm trying to get some stuff done now, so later I won't be my typical self who's like, yeah, I'm watching this movie with you, but also I'm doing everything else and not really paying attention to this movie.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Man the other day, I was like stuck on one topic and half plugged in to another topic because I was trying to like focus on a million other things, and he finally was like, could you maybe just unplug from all the other things and just focus on me for like 10 minutes. I just need your undivided attention. And it really kind of hit me that I plug into so many different outlets because I'm constantly trying to make sure I get everything done. And they really do. They need that especially on his birthday. He needs a little extra TLC and to know that you still love him more than your book series, and
Right.
So that's
I'm
good.
like, you're right. But and he hasn't asked me to do anything different or anything like that. This is just me recognizing that I fail sometimes at giving him the attention that he deserves, because he's my partner and I love him dearly, and I know that he knows that. But I also know that it feels good to have it shown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It just feels good.
There's a book out there called, I think it's the 5 love languages, or 5 love languages, or 5 languages of love, or something like that. And one of the things is that it really talks about how the difference between men and women and their needs, as far as men they really appreciate you showing them and telling them and really reassuring them. And I think a lot of times people forget that even though they're men, they still have that little bit of insecurity. And so even though we know they know we love them, they do like being shown and told. So good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. We took that quiz, and he is someone who it's service, I think, is his love language, and mine is like verbal or something. Right. I just need to hear it, and then I'm good.
Yeah. Mine is I think mine is like service. Like to know that I'm loved, you need to provide and make sure that my roof doesn't leak, and make sure I'm taken care of. And you don't have to tell me every day that you love me. I know you love me because the mortgage gets paid on a regular basis. I have a home to live in.
Yeah, like that was something that was like a really good quiz for us to take, just because it demonstrated just demonstrated how we see love a little differently. Mm-hmm. And it made me aware, and I think it made him aware too.
Yeah.
Because to him, he's like, but I already said I love you. And I'm like, no, that's not enough. You can't just say it's not one and done, bud.
Right.
We gotta work that out.
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys.
Oh, Destiny just showed up. Hello, Destiny.
Oh, hey. Hey. We are about to start a sprint. You can find at Pageathon on Twitter. It's a month-long readathon with 4 teams. You get points for every page you read and every finished book. Oh, wow. That sounds like a lot of fun. That's so cool. Well, I hope you're enjoying it.
I know.
All right. Let's get into it, y'all. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go. How'd y'all do? What did you do? Let us know in the comments below.
Oh man, I am
Oh.
trucking along on these comments. Well, they're comments on the thing that I'm editing. Oh man.
This last chapter, I have kind of filled it out a bit more during these sprints. I'm wondering if this story ends too abruptly. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be good to get some other feedback from it, because it is a novella. It's I think it's at maybe 23,000 words right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some issues, like I was saying earlier, that I need to fix. So that'll probably add maybe 3,000 or 4,000 words to it or something. So, but it's still going to be pretty short.
Right.
So, I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Does when you're writing like novellas, and are you really strict on sticking to the word count, or are you a little bit flexible one way or the other?
I'm definitely flexible because a novella is considered to be around 50,000 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
So even when we're writing a 50,000 word novel for NaNoWriMo, it's still considered a novella. But this is a prequel for my other series,
mm-hmm.
and it's going to be a freebie that I give to people so that they'll sign up for my newsletter and stuff like that.
Right.
So I didn't want to make it too big or too involved,
right. Right.
But I wanted it to be like a pretty good representation of my writing style and to tell about these girls so that you kind of know where their adult forms come from,
Right.
And I wanted there to be like the mystery aspect, so you kind of get a taste of that too. But this one's different because really of their age group,
right?
Like in their actual series, they're adults. So this is kind of setting up what happens with them later,
right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Could it be more vague? Probably.
I know. I'm like, okay. Well, maybe I will just have to get in on that beta for you. And then I'll be like, oh, I get it. But that's kind of what I'm working on. It was, I think originally it was just going to be like a little blah, here's a thing. And it looks like it maybe needs a little bit more meat and not as much broth. But I didn't really put too much effort into the characters that I put into this particular story, because it was just kind of like a throwaway. I'm going to write it, and then these characters can go over here on the shelf. Yeah, so I totally get that. How you're like, go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny how things change. You have like this idea of what you're going to do, and then it's like, oh, I was wrong. Cool.
Yeah. Originally, it was going to be just like a little short, like I wasn't even calling it a short story. It was just kind of like a short, like bleh. And now I think it's going to be longer than a short story, but shorter than a novel. So then I found the novelette, and that became my new favorite word for like a day or two. It's novelette, not a novelette. It's smaller than a novella, but it's longer than a short story. It's like somewhere right there in the middle.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Eva is encouraging you all to show us that you like us.
Oh, right on. I really appreciate that.
I do too. So Key is at 217 words, and I got some soup. That's lovely.
Yeah, soup is always good.
Destiny's getting her journal set up. Wonderful. Brad Girl is still outlining. And Alice, 234 words. Getting better all the time. That is wonderful. Everyone's being productive. Everyone's getting stuff done. That's exactly why I wanted to do this. So I'm so glad for that.
Yep.
How many? Let me see. How many things have we done here? Okay, ad on my stupid app. You can stop now. Because I refuse to pay for this app. I'll just have the ads forever.
And I should have stuck it out like you are. I did end up paying so that the ads would stop because they were driving me insane. And then I ended up hating the app. And so
you paid for an app that you hate.
Yes. So I ended up paying for the app, and then I ended up hating the app. So then I took it off my phone because I was like, look, I'm a big enough asshole to myself. I don't need an app telling me that I'm an asshole as well. And so then I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, there are so many things that I could have done with like that. What is it, $4?
Yeah, which, I mean, not a lot in the grand scheme of life. However,
yeah,
like 99 cents, that's somebody's book. $4.99 is somebody's book,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In some places you can spend $4.99 and get like a gallon of milk. Not here, some places.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like 10 years ago. No, it was longer than that. What, 15? God, I can't believe I can say 15 years ago when I was there. It was, yeah, I was gonna say it was really expensive then. So I can only imagine what it's gone up to now.
Yeah, it's just gotten worse.
And oh man, no, and then it was so like what really chaps my ass about the fact that I paid like $3.99 for the app or whatever it is was like shortly after I purchased the app, then all of those videos where like people were like testing the homeless or pretending to be homeless or whatever, and then they would give them like, here's $200, go get yourself a hotel, take a shower, get some food or whatever, started coming out. So then I was like, man, now I'm a really big asshole because I blew $4 on a stupid app, and I could have bought a Wendy's meal for homeless guy with that $4 I wasted. So I'm like, oh man, nobody else needs to kick my ass because I'm kicking my ass enough for me.
For everything, apparently.
Yes. So I definitely don't need the demon app.
You're wild. Let's see. Key says one of their favorite characters started out as a background filler in book 1, and they liked him so much. Now he's a major role in book 4. I love it when that happens. That's so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Well, and the way these characters are starting to kind of manifest themselves in this story, I could very easily, because this is one story in a bigger project, and so I could very easily take these two and steamroll them into another part of this larger project if I wanted to. So
that's very cool.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed developing my my secondary characters and things.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, I don't know. In a cozy, the secondary characters are really important in the sense that they help. Of course, they help move the plot along, and they help with like the whole mystery thing. But they also help to like add that cozy flavor of community, and family and stuff like that. Like those things are kind of what drew me to this genre. So I'm very much a people watcher, and I'm really into community. Like everything I do online is all about community. So and like this this whole genre is just, it hits all of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And I like mysteries and trying to solve things.
Yeah.
And also conspiracy theories, which don't really play as much in my books, but
yeah. I mean, you can probably find a way. You can find a way. That's how my sister, like, so my sister is a really interesting person. Don't tell her I said that though. No. And she loves mysteries. And I mean, growing up, we're 4 years and 24 hours apart. So for 24 hours, I get to be 5 years older than her. And yeah.
It's so cute.
I know. It's like, because everybody's like, oh, you're 4 years older. I'm like, no, I'm 5 years older. And she's like, for 24 hours, you get to be 5 years older than me. But she loves murder mysteries. Like, she watches that, like, detective channel. What is it, like ID channel or something like that? And she just loves them. And I had no idea how into mysteries and these crime shows and stuff that she really gets into. But, like, she's taken that and she applies it to her, like, everyday life, because when something goes wrong, she's like, well, let's look at the evidence. Okay, let's lay it all out right here. And it's really neat. And I through her, I have grown to enjoy, like, I enjoy mysteries, not so much conspiracy theories, because then, like, once the conspiracy theories get in there, then I'm like, they're coming. You know, like, I was watching this Trump rally. It just happened to be on. I was not doing any kind of political thing at all. It happened to be on. They were in Detroit, Michigan. And all of the sudden, he starts talking about and how one of these days we're going to have Space Force. And the first thing I thought of was Starship Troopers, right? And I was like, what citizenship? Join Space Force. So then I go and I'm sitting there talking to my sister, and she's like, well, what if he knows something? I mean, the president obviously knows things that we don't know because he knows things. What if there's a reason he wants to have a Space Force and he's going to answer all of our questions, what we've already suspected is going on? And I'm like, okay, all right.
Never mind. This was just a joke.
I need some more chocolate. This is too much, and they're wrapped in tinfoil. So,
meanwhile, Carol would put on her tinfoil hat and be like, intriguing. Let's discuss this.
I know. Oh man. So
Let's see what people have said. Key has just had a chair delivered. Fantastic. Eva, if I don't love a character, I question their existence. Same, or at least, like, have some feeling toward them, whether it's love or hate. Rad Girl loves creating characters. Me too. Well, I hope this new chair helps with your scar tissue.
Yeah. Is it like one of those ergonomically correct chairs?
None of my siblings read either, Eva. My mom reads. And that's where I got it from. We would, like, read together and hang out when I was growing up. And even now, when I am able to go home and visit, like, we'll hole up in a room and read.
Yeah. My siblings, as far as I know, don't read. My one sister who likes the mysteries and stuff, she will read, like, Bundy's, like, This Is Why I Did It. She loves those books. But as far as the reading thing, for the longest time, I didn't like reading, because every time my mom would start reading, she would fall asleep. So I thought you read to fall asleep. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And then I picked up my first book and I stayed up all night long because I was like, wow, this is amazing book. And I was like, Mom, maybe you just need a different kind of book because my book didn't put me to sleep.
That's how my brother is. I have 3 older brothers. That's my youngest older brother. He's like, whenever I read, I just fall asleep. I don't know how you do it, Tamara. Unless he's reading the Bible. He's all about reading the Bible.
Yeah.
So he's like, I can stay awake reading the Bible, but reading anything else, it just puts me right to sleep. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But it's because it's what interests you. Like, I mean, yeah, it's definitely what interests you because as much as I love a good gospel, there are some stories in there that I'm like, oh, okay, don't kill anybody. No, we're way past don't kill anybody. Okay. Just go back to don't kill anybody because that's the last thing I remember.
That's the last thing I remember. Can we get back to Genesis? That's where I left off.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, man.
Ooh, that is so nice.
Yeah.
I can see. Things are clean.
That's always good. Having clean lenses is always good.
Oh, let's see what everyone's saying about reading. Bride Girl, most of her siblings just read manga, and she's the only one who reads books with text, but she does read manga as well. My mother read when I was young, but as a child, it felt more like how folks stare at their phone, a way to be busy to avoid the children.
I have a mother. Well, my ex-mother-in-law used her books to avoid raising children.
Yeah. Steven's brother only reads manga.
So
Alice's whole family reads, including in-laws. She stopped reading when we were older. Well, that's crud. My mom read before us, during, and now after we're all older. Like that, reading was her gig.
Mm-hmm.
She used to call herself an armchair traveler. She always wanted to go and explore the world, but we couldn't afford it. So she read all the books, all the romances, and she would be able to travel all over the world, different galaxies.
Yeah, that's similar to that's my mom. She, I mean, it was hard. It's hard. The 80s were not an easy time, and so she used her books to escape the difficult times of reality and I'm glad that there are still people who want to dive into books to escape reality and we can provide that escape for them. So
exactly.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Destiny reads because the love of it, mind traveling, came very early in life. That is one of the reasons you have a review and book blog. She's wicked smart still. Just be cool. She read with me. Yeah, I think that I think that sometimes people, or at least I've noticed that there's sometimes when people they'll stop reading for a season, then they'll come back to it. Mm-hmm. So maybe she just needs the right book to draw her back in.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like with my mom, she's always read romances, but she has gone through like different phases of romance. Mm-hmm. So she's read like paranormal, historical, contemporary. She doesn't like werewolves. She doesn't do that. Okay. So she's not into werewolves, and she's not into vampires. I feel like she doesn't go for vampires, but like space travel, people who are Wiccan or pagan, whatever. She'll totally go for it.
Does she have a reason why she doesn't like werewolves?
I think she just thinks they're creepy.
Okay.
She's just like, no, thank you. That's icky.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, the first time I and this is gonna sound really ridiculous, but like the first time that I saw a like a werewolf romance, it kind of threw me off, and it's kind of where I come at, like, with the whole like Beauty and the Beast,
like shapeshifters and stuff.
Yeah, because it was just kind of like, here's this animal, and this woman is in love with an animal, and they're having, like, and so in my mind I was like, that is so inappropriate. It's like not even okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, but then, like, as I started to evolve and I grew up and became more mature, I was like, okay, so werewolves are really just people who shift into like killer animals on full moons because they were bit, and then it gets like way too weird. So I didn't know if maybe she was like, this is way too weird for her.
Yeah, she like, I'm not really sure exactly why, but I think, but like I've heard her say like, ugh, like gross. So yeah, but I don't know the exact reasoning behind it. And excuse me, like she used to read a lot of like crime-driven kind of romances and stuff. And everything she read, I read. Right. So like all this stuff that she read, I read all the stuff, because it was like, if you're paying like $2.99 for a paperback or something, and my mom was like a voracious reader, and I was too, so there was no way that we could have kept up buying like 2 or 3 books a week for both of us, Right. So it was like she'd read the book, then I would read it.
Yeah. And then you guys and then you guys had something to talk about because you guys were reading the same books. So
we would like chat about the same books. And then my mom had such a huge collection of books. My brother threw away my mom's collection of romances because he did not understand how important they were to her. My mom had books that she had saved that were from the 80s, like 83, 84. He threw them away. He threw them away. He gave them away because he was cleaning. I was like, why were you cleaning in my mother's room? Why would you do that? Those books, I can never find those for her again. She was the kind of person that if like the book had like 8 in the series, she had to have every single book. So she had like all these complete series of like classic authors. Oh my gosh. And he threw them all away.
Yeah.
I think that still bothers her. It's been maybe 15 years ago. It still bothers me. They're not even my books.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there are things that have happened. I don't know. To me, there's something about when somebody keeps something because it has a special, like, emotional meaning to them. It really makes me angry when other people come in and just think that they have the right to dictate, I was cleaning your room. Well, I'm a grown-ass woman. Why'd you come in here and touch my shit? This is my shit. Yeah. Like, I pay the mortgage in this house. Don't touch my shit.
I couldn't believe it. This happened. I wasn't living at the house anymore.
Right.
So, because I would have pitched every single fit, because I understood. My brothers don't get the writing thing. Like I said, my youngest older brother, he would fall asleep when he read. Like, the only thing they were reading was like Sports Illustrated and Playboy,
Right.
So to them, reading's not a big deal. Whereas for my mom, that was a significant part of her life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. She had, oh, my goodness. I remember this one series that was, Beverly. Dang it. I can't remember her last name. Crap. I can't believe I can't remember her last name. But she had a series, and I remember this so distinctly. It was these women, and they were sisters, and they were all from West Virginia. And it was like, so my mom had kept that all these years, and I thought it was so cool that there was a book series that had people from West Virginia. And like, I remember there was this one author, her name was Cheryl Woods. And I loved the idea that someone had the last name like mine and she was an author. Right. And I remember I was a teenager and I wrote her a letter and she wrote me back. And I was like, oh, she wrote me back. And I was so excited. And, you know, it was like actual paper, you know. Yep. And I even remember what that letter looks like. Like, we were such big readers, you know.
Yeah. Well, and then and that has like so much emotional, and it brings back all this nostalgia. Like you can visibly see on your face, like it's bringing back these memories and this joy and everything. And so I couldn't imagine feeling that away from
it broke my heart. It broke my heart. Because I mean, the thing is, you know, a lot of those books, they have been like reissued, but they always have different covers. Like those books were so beautifully made. They had like the raised lettering and stuff on the covers, and they would like, some of them would have the kind of holographic thing where you'd move the cover and like they would shift and move, something that they don't do anymore, you know. That literally was the 80s.
Like when we were cleaning out Mr. Mann's grandparents' house, I found all of these books that his grandmother had kept away. And several of these books were actually Civil War era little children's books that they had printed, and the bindings and and these are like, if you touch them or breathe on them, I will crucify you.
Oh my goodness.
Because they're very fragile. The paper is just so I'm like, these are amazing. And then she had books from the 70s that had those like embossed covers and the things that you just don't see anymore. And I was watching Caro's video when she was like, I went into Barnes & Noble, I had $25 gift certificate and I couldn't even buy one book. And I'm like, our book covers now are so blasé. They don't have that really cool raise. They're all digital and all this stuff. And back then you could get one of these amazing books with these book covers that had all these details on it for like $3. You know,
isn't it wild?
Yeah.
Isn't it wild when you think about it?
Yeah, it's really so
crazy. Like I and like you can remember these things so clearly. You know, you can remember them so clearly. And I look at the covers now, like, I mean, not to say that they're not beautiful, because they are. There's so many covers that are gorgeous, but even mine, once I'm actually able to print paperbacks, I know that they're not going to have that, like, those amazing little details, you know?
Like when I absolutely agree with what you were saying. And like my book cover, I love my book cover, but there are things when I look at the book cover, I'm like, man, it would be so cool if I could like somehow find a way to get the individual stars to maybe just come up off the page just a little bit, just to kind of give it like that 3D effect. Or because when I was working with the graphic designer, when we put it all together, it did look very 3D. But then when you print it, it's all just
right.
Well, it's still beautiful. I absolutely love it, but it doesn't have that same feel to it. And some of these older books that I was finding in his grandmother's books, you know, just having that raised lettering just kind of gave it a little bit of depth to kind of be like, wow, this is, and I'm like, but
I wonder.
The more creative you get, the more expensive it
becomes.
And then I don't know if Amazon would actually do that, raise letters and stuff like that. But
you know what? I'm gonna do some research and just to see, like, because you would think that there would be a place where indies could do something like that, you know. But I'm sure you would have to like actually order them through whatever this company would be, because I don't think like Angry Spark does it. Now I'm just intrigued. I want to figure it out. There's a mystery to solve.
Right? I know. Because it would, and it is. It's totally the nostalgia. It's almost like I hate. I mean, it's seriously. It's like book covers as a dead art, But
Well, you all, I think that we have had a great conversation. We have gone through so many topics. Holy guacamole. And I feel like this is a really good place to end it because I think that my fiance is going to be coming home soon.
Yeah. You got birthday stuff to do.
I got birthday stuff to do. So, and I have not cleaned. So...
I know, that's what it never fails. Every year, Mr. Man is like, hey, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, someone to clean my house. That's not me.
Right. And he's like, okay, but what else though?
Yes. He's like, okay, well, what can I buy for you?
Like, no.
Somebody who will clean my house. That's not me.
Not me, a cleaning lady, please. Just for the win.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So,
all right. Let's do this so you can get on with your day and go spend time with your math guy.
So tell the people who you are and where to find you.
All right, so I am Dana Gollin, and you can find me over on my channel, Dana Gollin Writes, or you can find me at my website, danagollinwrites.com, where you can find that book with the pretty cover.
And it does have a pretty cover.
Yeah.
I don't have one of your bookmarks right beside me.
That's what I was every time I talk about my book, I start looking around and I'm like, well, where is it? It's like way over there, and it's just way too much effort to go way over there. So next time
We'll have that together. So
That's right.
Hello everyone, my name is Tamara Woods, and thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, you can subscribe. I also have a Patreon, so if you want to find out more about my cozy little community, there's a link in the description. Of course, you do not have to join, but if you would like to support me, that would be wonderful. Because as I said, I do want to put out paperbacks, but with the way things are working with me and my cover designer, there will be a lot of extra money that would go into it that I just don't have. So I'm hoping to reach 50 patrons. Yes, 50 patrons this year, so I can start making those paperbacks. So if you would like to help me in this journey, then go and find that link in the description. There's all kinds of other stuff down there too. And there's also the link to show you the scheduled write-ins, because this one is not my scheduled one. I will be back on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern for my regularly scheduled program. So thank you guys for being here. And Dana, thank you for hanging out with me. That was wonderful.
Absolutely.
Absolutely unexpected. And we'll see you guys next time.
That's right.
Bye.